Just today, brand new information about Season 1 got released. And I'm not just talking about multiplayer, but I'm also talking about zombies. If you want me to make another video talking about all the multiplayer stuff and, the big chunk of everything else coming to the first season of Black Ops 6, let me know down below. But this video is all around the brand new zombies map and just talking about the new stuff here. So let's just take a look here, shall we? Undead Terror comes to Avalon. Citadel des Mortis. I don't know if I said that right, but it translates to Citadel of the Dead. The first thing that came to mind as soon as I saw this picture, Der Eisendrache. It's a castle up on a mountain. It looks cool. I'm excited. Let's look at the description here. After the shocking revelations at the accumulation of the Terminus main quest, Weaver, Maya, Carver, and Gray follow the uncovered clues to Europe and discover an abandoned castle. A citadel of the dead, if you will, that offers up a host of redacted, ghoulish horrors, redacted, medieval village, redacted, with hidden redacted abound. So we have an old medieval castle with a medieval village as the next zombies map. This is what I'm talking about. There has been a lot of speculation about where zombies would be going with the DLC season. Like, would it still be, kind of more on, the boring side of things? Not necessarily bad, but more, less inspired, more like Liberty Falls. Just, okay, it's a town, it's cool and all, but, it's nothing, too crazy. Or is it gonna go more into the realm of, super insane craziness, like Black Ops 3 with, revelations where there's alien monsters flying around this intergalactic separation of time and space called Agartha, where there's different zombies maps connected by portals where you fly around the map. Is it gonna be like that? Is it gonna be more like Liberty Falls? Or what's gonna be happening with it? Based off of the single picture that we have right here, this makes me extremely excited for Black Ops 6 Zombies moving forward. I've been seeing some things where people are like, whoa, well, I mean, depending on how the Black Ops 6 DLC cycle for maps go for zombies, this could potentially be one of the best zombies experiences we've ever had, if not the best. I don't know if I would say it can even live up to the best, which I would say is Black Ops 3, because Black Ops 3 was just peak. But there's a lot of potential with this game, and so far I've been loving zombies. Just uploaded the video for the Liberty Falls Easter egg yesterday, a little bit late to that. Before recording this, was just working on editing the Terminus Easter egg, and just based off this picture here is giving me those Terminus vibes of just the atmosphere. Sure, it takes place during the day, but this looks moody. It feels creepy. They were saying before this got shown off here, they were saying this is gonna be a terrifying map. So this is pretty huge. If this is actually a scary map and it feels good and it looks good, so far this picture, it looks beautiful, honestly. It's giving those vibes of Terminus, but more during the day. Fog there and everything. Oh, it's getting me excited. And I can see I don't know, I see some different lights there, and I'm like, man, depending on where this goes, this isn't the most out of this world extreme thing like Revelations, but this is pretty huge. This is way more out of the realm of more fantastical locations than I was ever expecting, really. A medieval castle is not something I would expect us to ever really go back to in zombies. And I hope it doesn't feel too much like Der Eisendrache, but I hope it feels like Der Eisendrache, if that makes sense. I don't want it to feel like I'm playing Der Eisendrache because I could just go back and play Der Eisendrache, but I want it to have that same feeling that I feel when I play Der Eisendrache. The same in terms of the feeling of just the wonder and the excitement and the wonder weapons, which brings me to the next point here. So if we scroll down here, there's a new perk, a new ammo mod, and a new field upgrade coming to Season 1. But what I'm most excited about is right here, new wonder weapons. Weapons? Yes. Weapons, plural, which gets me very excited. Most zombies maps either have basically one of two ways of going about their wonder weapon. Either one, their wonder weapon is just the one thing. You got the one wonder weapon, that being the jet gun, that being the beam smasher, and then you also got the universal wonder weapon being ray gun. That's on every map. I'm hoping it will be on the medieval castle one here too. When it says with Season 1, they're adding in new wonder weapons, this gives me the possibility of thinking of one of a couple things. Either one, They're adding in the main wonder weapon for the castle map, and that's going to be that. They're just adding in the one new wonder weapon there, and that's going to be exclusive to that map. And then they're going to add in a different wonder weapon that's universal for every map. For example, I've heard that there's been rumors or leaks of a ray gun Mark II coming back to the game, and that would make sense for that to be a universal wonder weapon. So if that does come back into the game, that makes sense that, okay, wonder weapons, we get the main medieval maps wonder weapon, which would be cool if it's like a sword or something, and then you get the ray gun Mark II, which is in every map. That's one way that they can go about it. The other way, which I'm really hoping is the case, and maybe it could be a mixture of this way plus like a ray gun Mark II, is they do it the way that they did it with the Dreisendrach, with Origins, with plenty of other maps throughout Zombies, and that being the wonder weapon can be turned into 4 other wonder weapons based off of like elemental type. For example, take the bows from Dreisendrach. It could be lightning, it could be fire, it could be void, it could be the wolf. Like those are the 4 different bow elements. Now imagine that, but their own take for this medieval village castle that they have here. I'm just so excited. This map looks really cool, and I think, quite frankly, I'm gonna go back down here in a second, but this map is kind of giving Dreisendrach vibes. The aesthetic of like Dreisendrach, less elementally, I guess you could say, more like a down-to-earth version of Dreisendrach, but it's the fog here. It takes place in a medieval castle. They're saying it's gonna be like a terrifying thing, ghoulish horrors, a medieval village, that type of like language being used here. And that makes me think of a different thing, which even further makes me think of this other thing when I see this thing right here, the new enemy that is very hidden, but it makes me think that this map is going to feel like a combination between Dreisendrach and Dead of the Night. A lot of people don't like Dead of the Night. I love that map. When it came out, I was playing it like crazy. I just love the aesthetic of it. I love the wonder weapon. I thought it was fun. I don't know, I just like the location, the old-timey like manor, and this is kind of what it's giving the vibes of. This is kind of making me think of like, what is the main enemy on Dead of the Night? Well, it's the werewolves for one, but also it's the vampire creatures. And this is kind of looking like one of those vampire creatures, but it looks like it's bigger. It kind of looks like a beefier version of one of those vampire creatures. Really, I'm basing that off of the color and the feet. It kind of looks like it's got like some tendrils or something coming off. But I feel like maybe this is going to be like some vampire type of inspired creature, which would be so cool. I love that type of vibe. Like, imagine you're running around this old medieval castle and you look to the side because you hear something creeping around, and you look over and then jumps out at you is like this weird looking vampire type of creature. Like, that'd be so cool. Like, it just gets me so excited for the potential of this map. Here's the thing. If this map sucks, the community's gonna be ruined for a while. The first DLC map for a Black Ops game when it comes to zombies is the most important. If that flops, that's gonna determine the trajectory of the rest of the zombies maps. So we need this one to be good. I'm just based off this one picture and the very little information we have about it, I think it looks really good. It gets me really excited. I don't want to get my hopes too high up, but I think there's some really good potential here. And I mean, I think it's also awesome that they're adding in a new perk, a new field upgrade, a new weapon mod, and then they're also adding in 3 new gobblegums, new augments. There's gonna be a total of 18 new augments, 6 for each of the new things. So it's like, it's cool that we're gonna have continual progression system as the game's life cycle continues, which I'd never really thought about, but that makes sense. And then the new enemy type, I'm just really excited. This definitely, just based off the look of it, gives me the feel that they're gonna be continuing with the DLC maps to feel more like how Terminus feels, where it's more fleshed out. There's more of that story. There's more of that atmosphere. All these different things that oozes with Terminus seems to be gonna be what's happening with here too. Overall, I'm just really excited for this, and I'd love to hear what you think about this down below. Leave a comment right now, or join the Discord, or do something like that so we can keep talking about this and just build up this community more. I'm really excited. I hope you're really excited too. I hope this map turns out to be genuinely really good, because I think that if this map is good, the maps moving forward with this life cycle of this game will continue to also be really good, and that gets me really excited. I just want to mention at the start of the season, they're also going to be adding in the directed mode for Liberty Falls and Terminus, which, I mean, seems pretty cool. That's going to be nice if you just want to do the Easter egg without having to look up a guide. A lot of people are kind of like concerned about it, but let's be real. Everybody's looking at guides anyway. No one's solving this on their own. So it's not really a big deal. Like, I think it's going to be a very welcomed thing for the game. I'm going to be very excited to just jump into it. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping this is going to be the best way to just really get the Easter eggs down, so you can just hop into a game eventually and just run through like it's nothing, because you just got it. You have it memorized. You have understood, and I think this is gonna be really great for that. And I'm excited. I'll try it out for sure. I'll make a video like rating it and stuff probably. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you so much. God bless, my friend.